how is stuff made? How do you start with one thing and end up with another thing? It doesn't make any sense. What are things made of? What am I made of? Why are my shelves empty? I was rearranging them and I forgot to put more stuff up here. Bam. Sponsor. I recently decided that I wanted to build an at-home bouldering wall. Should be a pretty easy project, right? I'm sure it's not difficult at all, but I don't know anything about building this stuff. I don't even know how to make the holds. Or what are rock climbing holds even made of? They made of rock? They made of plastic? Is plastic a type of rock? Is math related to science? So today we're going to be looking at how rock climbing holds are made so that hopefully I can make some myself. This looks promising. How are climbing holds created? Featuring Japanese master. That's a big title. How do you become a Japanese master at making rock climbing holds? I guess we're gonna find out. So you get a big ass knife and you cut foam. It is not what I was expecting, to be honest, but I feel like I could do that pretty easily. I know this guy's the master, the Japanese master, but I mean, he just made a blob. But if you have to be a master just to make what am I gonna be able to make?
Once he's happy and satisfied with the product, he's gonna send it off to the factory and they put molds.
What? He sends it to a factory? I just get stuck with foam. I don't have a factory to send my foam to. All this guy does is cut foam. I'm not trying to be a dick. It's just, I thought he was a master. I thought he was gonna like put the little intricacy. I don't know. That's the whole video. He just cuts the foam. So what I've learned so far is you cut the foam and then you have somebody turn it into a rock climbing hold. That's not very helpful. Oh, we have a suggestion here. I made my first climbing hold ever. Adam, Andra, and Euro holds. Adam wouldn't steer me wrong. I trust Adam. We're like best friends forever now. All right, so there's Adam's finished products. Yeah, that looks like a good hold. I want to make something like that. They're cutting foam again. Why is everybody cutting foam all the time? All right, so we know the first step is cutting foam. Dude, what is he? wait a minute. What is Adam making right now? How the hell did he go from this to the hold he showed before? I'm starting to suspect some foul play here. This does not look like the starting steps towards building his final product. Is that Adam's house? Adam you got his house? Look at this place. He's got like a villa. He's got a little courtyard, a balcony. He's got a personal bell tower. Does Adam have his own like personal hunchback to wake him up in the morning? Like, wake up!
And I'm pretty excited.
Is this the end of the video?
This is not my last.
Did they just skip the whole part? Or they just showed the cutting foam again? They didn't show how the holds are made. This was supposed to be like the intro to the video, and already still all I've learned is how to cut foam. One of these has to actually show me how to make it. We have how to make professional climbing holds, DIY tutorial with the list of materials, making climbing holds, full DIY process, including links. This one's newer. We're gonna go with this one. All right, he's got foam. He's got the foam ready. I got that part down. I'm more than aware that they're made of foam at this point. I'm starting to think rock climbing holds are just entirely made of foam. Holy shit. That is a beautiful hold. Well done, sir. I don't think mine are gonna come out like that. Oh, so you use the foam to make molds. So he's making a mold of his hold, and he's gonna, I guess, use that. Okay, so you take the foam out, and you just completely just destroy all that work. You tell me I looked at all this foam this entire time. It doesn't even make it to the end. It just gets destroyed. Okay, that looks pretty good though. You get a good mold, and then hopefully if you can reuse it, you can make a shit ton of holds with that. So you just pour the plastic stuff into the mold, and then you got a plastic hold. I want to see what they look like first before I invest in all this. All right, the final reveal. Let's see what these bad boys look like. Damn, that's a good looking hold. Where's the big one? I want to see that fat boy he made in the sink. That thing was nice. These are good looking holds. That looks legit. So basically you just cut foam. that's the whole process. I'm torn on whether or not I want to actually film me trying to make the holds or not, because I know it's not going to be pretty. I don't know if I want you guys to see that side of me. All right, you guys are used to me being cool and collected all the time. You don't want to see me mess up some foam, but that's enough about me and what I'm doing. Let's see what you guys have been up to. Flying Dead V7 Plus. Let's see it. Big jump. Big, whoa! I've never seen this spotting style before. That is epic. Look at this dude. Dude's got a fucking tower shield. This guy reallocated all of his stats. He's not a climber anymore. He respec'd into a tank build. He's got, and you guys play Dark Souls 2, you know, with the big two shields that you put together. There's like the tank build. And you're like, gah! Yeah, that's right. I like Dark Souls 2. And on top of that, I think Dark Souls 2 is the best game. Sue me. All right, we got to see if he sticks it. Hell yeah. I'm not going to lie. That looks harder than V7. That looks really hard. We get the nice slow-mo 1 frame per second shot. Yeah, that looks hard as shit. Honestly, though, you got overshadowed by your buddy with the tower shield. Another one for the church. All right, let's see it. Big boy into a face plant. Good spot. Dog's got your back, and he's done. That was you get one spot by the dog. All right, let's see it. Damn, dude, I swear I saw that entire flake bend down. That is sick. Dude, what grade is that? That was fucking nuts. He didn't post the grade. Damn it! Biggest dino today at divisionals. We got a comp climber. Paddle dino. Sick. They just make me jealous every time. I suck at paddle dinos. My arms turn into like wet noodles when I do paddle dinos. I just prefer a nice straightforward vertical dino. Let's get the top hold there, buddy. Don't be posting on the red if you don't finish. Good heel hook. Nice match. Everything's good. Great dismount. Love the dismount. Let's see that again. Dude, that's why I fucking hate heel hooks just because of that. Falling with a heel hook in is like my worst nightmare. What place did you come in? He doesn't say. Well, I hope you got first place. I hope you won divisionals, and I hope to see you in the Olympics. Cool dino I did. That was a cool dino. Penis holds. It's a discussion. This is a discussion post. Guys, we gotta talk about this. We gotta talk about these penis holds that are taking over the gym. All right? Starting off with the dino. Pretty cool dino. I'm not seeing these oh, there they are. yeah, those are penis holds. They're flaccid. I was expecting some very blatantly erect penis holds. And, oh, we got another one. the final boss penis hold. Stop dicking around up there and send it. Exactly. Too much dicking around. Bro looks like Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy. That's a compliment. Yondu's badass. Is it too much to ask that you guys be nice to each other for like 5 seconds in the subreddit? $20 is $20. For $20, I will do whatever, baby. Can you film me climbing my project? Get in the car, bitch. We got work to do. It is super awkward though to ask people to film you in general. Like I used to, when I was starting off, I just used a tripod. But even that, like people just like clearly see it and they'll like stare at it. And then they're either like uncomfortable so they leave. And then you feel like a dick because then it's like, I'm taking up an entire wall of the gym from other people that paid to come here just like me. Or people like ask you about it. Like, what are you filming for? And you're like, oh, it's for my YouTube channel. I have 10 subscribers. First submission to the church. Am I worthy?
Come on. Nice.
You have potential. that was actually super impressive. Whoa, look at that freeze frame. This part right here, though. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I think we'll talk to the congregation. We'll see if we have room for another member. Please accept this offering. Accepted. Bing, bang, boom. Oh my god, he also has penis holds. Is this actually a real epidemic? This is a real discussion we need to have. These penis holds are taking over the gym. These are pink, too. I feel like that's just going a little too far. Smurfs have penises, too. All right, anyway, Smurfs are blue, aren't they? I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, all right? I found it. All right, let's see it. He's in it. Oh, shit. Oh, wait, this is like a legit, like, cathedral. He found the Church of Dynology, and he's about to do a dino. They actually set dinos here too. That's just all I've ever wanted, you know. This is the dream come true right here. Just people hanging out in the Church of Dynology, setting dinos, sending dinos. Good job. That actually does look pretty cool.
Cheerleader.
Yeah, there you go. The Church of Dynology has been made in real life. A church in the Netherlands converted into a climbing gym. So this is the same place, I take it. Is the priest gonna dino? Did one of you dress up, or is this guy, is he actually a priest? Okay, I think he's just talking about it. Pretty cool though, it's in the Netherlands. I want to go just so I can meet this guy. I have to meet this guy now. I will put this on my to-do list of things that I've promised you guys that I will go do, that I still have yet to go do. All right guys, you know what time it is. Netherlands' favorite segment. guess the grade. We're gonna go, I want to get at least 3 for 5. 3 for 5 used to be like my standard. Now I get like 0. We got guess the grade, guess the grade. Let's guess this grade. Okay, we got a pretty chill looking start. Slightly overhung. That looks like a relatively difficult dyno. I'm gonna go in the V5 range. V5 starting off. Holy shit. This is a pretty sick boulder, first of all. I'm gonna say though it looks maybe like V6 or V7 just because of, okay. All right, altogether, I'm gonna have to go with V8 for this one. I feel like that's a safe bet. It might be a little bit easier than V8, but that was a lot of really complicated moves back to back. Probably one of my favorite guess the grades so far though. Let's go with V8. All right, the color tag is V6 to V8. Starting off 1 for 1. Thank you for giving me a range. I know it's not your guys' fault because the setter's set more specifically sometimes, but V6 to V8, we're 1 for 1. Definitely felt on the lower end. Okay, maybe even lower. My gym generally grades dynos very soft. Yeah, I'd say V4 probably. You know, I was kind of thinking the holds looked very V4, but the moves looked like V6 or V7. I just went V8, you know, I just got that intuition. I always guess the grade right. 1 for 5. 1 for 1 for 1. All right, this one's a little risky. We have guess the grade. It doesn't have the guess the grade flair though, but it got a bunch of upvotes. I'm trusting you guys when you upvote stuff that's guess the grade that it actually has the flair. All right, let's see it. That was a beefy dyno. That was a very, very big dyno. I'm gonna say that's V6. Just based on the look of it. This next one doesn't look too hard. That looks like more of a throw, yeah. Or a dead point, if anything. I'm honestly gonna say that's V5 or V6. I'm gonna go with V6 just because of how massive that was. All right, let's see it. Here we go. My gym marked it as a, what did I say? V6, right? Yeah. 2 for 2. This is the best I think I've ever done. V5, 6, 7. And I was right in the middle of that range, which is more accurate. Really, I should be 3 for 2 right now, be just extra points. Favorite boulder in a while. All right, are we doing this big compy one? Yes, we are. That's what I like to see. All right, the start actually looks kind of hard already. He's on dual text right there. Holy shit. They look edited. He just like snapped into that. No movement whatsoever. Okay. I'm saying, because this is not my style at all, I'm gonna go with V8 again, probably on this one. I could see this being harder than V8. I'm gonna be way off. It's probably gonna be way easier than V8. It looks hard as shit. I'm gonna go with my guts telling me V7 or V8. I'm gonna go on the high end. We're going with V8. Okay, thank God. I thought he didn't have it. Guess the grade. Damn it. He did that snap so well, it threw me off. It made me think he was just like a god and it was like a V8. V5 to V6, that sounds right. Let's get real here. Let's be real with each other for a minute. That's probably a V5 to V6. Where the hell's the next guess the grade? This is taking forever. Oh wait, here we go. Some fun throws. All right. All right, a nice gentle dyno over to the overhang. And we come over here. This looks pretty tough. I'm gonna say this is probably around V4 so far. That maybe V5 with that move. Yeah, looking at the rest of this, I can confidently say this looks like it's around V5. That's pretty overhung, but the holds don't look too bad. It might be V4. I did just go, I would like to say V4 to V5, but we have to go with one grade. We're gonna go with V5. Oh, here it is. All right, Sasquatch. I haven't heard from you in a while, Sasquatch, so don't let me down here. Yes! 3 for 4. This is the best week. This might be the best week I've ever had. If I get one more, I will break my record. I've never gone 4 for 5. Where is Barbie? She's all the way up there. Barbie's coming down if I don't get this next one right. Barbie's gonna get it. Found this after 3.5 hour session and had to come back next weekend to get a vid for my first submission to the church. It's a first submission, a 3.5 hour project, and it's a dyno, and it's a guess the grade. And it's gonna make me 4 for 5. Let's see it. He's got the beanie on. Big vertical dyno, genuinely. I'm gonna say we're looking at like V3, V4 maybe right now. This one definitely looks, I'm gonna go with V3. Definitely a V3. I don't think anyone would set that big of a vertical dyno and make it V2. I don't know if it's quite hard enough to be V4. This is risky. It could be V4 just because of how tall that was though. Nah, I don't know what to pick. I'm gonna go with my gut. My gut's telling me V4. That's right. We're going V4. This was my first ever. Ah!